Pope Francis gave a rare interview at 60 Minutes. Norah O'Donnell sat down with the Pope and he was critical of a lot, but in particular, critical of conservatism, which I found to be interesting. To get a look at what he said about conservatism. So Norah O'Donnell says there are conservative bishops in the United States that oppose your new efforts to revisit teachings and traditions, which we've previously covered. How do you address their criticism? He said, you use an adjective, conservative. That is, conservative is one who clings to something and does not want to see beyond that. It is a suicidal attitude because one thing is to take tradition into account, to consider situations from the past, but quite another is to be closed up inside a dogmatic box, which I like that. I'm not saying that that's necessarily true of all conservative thought, but I like his stance, and he has, as they indicate, he has revisited some things. So he's placed more women in positions of power than any of the previous popes. But he did tell 60 Minutes that he opposes allowing women to be ordained as priests or deacons. I guess opposing that is not being in a dogmatic box. Interestingly, also, he decided last year to allow Catholic priests to bless same-sex couples. Okay, so he says, no, what I allowed was not to bless the union. That cannot be done because that is not the sacrament. I cannot. The Lord made it that way. But to bless each person, yes. The blessing is for everyone, for everyone. To bless a homosexual type union, however, goes against the given right. So it's like, don't be dogmatic. It's suicidal to be conservative to a point. And then beyond that point, no, I like this dogma though. I didn't love that dogma. We can get rid of that dogma, but I like this dogma. And so it's progress, I guess, but only so much progress, Francesca.
Yeah, I mean, the Pope's all over the place. He really is. Like, I definitely really like him. I mean, I like that he's, Argentino, vamos. And I do think that Ratzinger must have done such insane things for the diocese or the whatever, the innermost smoke circle to have chosen Pope Francis for this role. But yeah, he sort of, he giveth and taketh, as it were. And he definitely, I think, however, if you are Catholic, approaches the faith with a lot more inclusivity and love, at least. It's like, yeah, I'm not gonna bless you, but I'm not gonna condemn you to hell. I might think this is not right, but you're not, you haven't fallen out of God's grace because of X, Y, or Z, But again, when you like really hunker down and like this, like Norah O'Donnell tries to sort of like get him on a particular issue, he always is more conservative because he's the head of the Catholic Church, which is the leading conservative entity of the world.
Yeah, and I get that. You can only expect like so much progress over the course of thousands of years, but it just really feels like, man, if you actually wanted to focus on like improving people's lives and like making people's lives on earth better, like there is so much you could do before you have a spare moment to worry about if two people you'll never meet are having sex that you don't want to have. But like they're just gonna focus on it for a couple more centuries and then we'll see. Maybe 10 popes from now we'll get past it. Members make a difference here at TYT. You help make the show happen and we see you in the chat with your loyalty badge. Click the join button to become a member today.